Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Lightning Star coming at you with a deck profile. Coming back from a very long hiatus. Long story short, I quit the game about 5 years ago. Came back, let's say about 3 months ago. Picked up the Orcust deck, played that, banless hit, and we got Dane, and now I'm playing my newest list of Orcust. I had most of the dangerous cards, but then I got rid of them because money. But I had to go pick them up again. So this deck profile is far from finished. I do plan on taking this deck to the next YCS, which I think is in Nashville. So the deck will be finished by then. The main deck is 40 cards, viable 40 cards, not necessarily, but it's 40. It works. The extra deck is missing 2 cards, which are, well, I'll explain those when I get there. But, oops, sorry about that. Without further ado, let's get to this profile. So, the first card in the deck that I'm playing is going to be 3 copies of Nightmare Corruptor Ibly. Okay, I feel like Ibly. I've seen a lot of people stop playing this card, and I mean, I understand why, but I don't. I feel like Ibly's the best 1-card starter in the deck. Like, the deck is full of nothing but 2-card combos, but if you have a card that's a 1-card combo, I mean, why not play it, right? Next up, I play 2 Harp. I feel like that's pretty standard. I've seen people play 3, but I don't want to play 3, so I don't. I played 2 Symbols. Once again, I feel like that's pretty standard. I played 2 Nightmare. Once again, pretty standard. And then 1 Wand. This card's significantly worse now that we don't have Summon Sort. But sometimes, depending on how that hand opens up, like there are combos that it's a part of that can be really good. So I mean, it's still a one of, in my opinion. Onto the Danger Engine, which isn't finished. I'm playing 3 Dogman. Because originally I was going to play something completely different, so I got rid of the Danger Engine to pay for the deck that I was going to play, but then that just didn't happen, and I ended up playing this again, so you gotta play with crappy dangers. So 3 Dogman, 3 Mothman. Honestly, I think that's a good danger. I feel like people underestimate Mothman, and they shouldn't. He's a really good card. Then I'm playing 1 Chupacabra because it's the only dangers I had. So I just played them. The next engine I'm playing is the Neospatian Connector engine, so 3 Connector and 1 Aqua Dolphin. Honestly, being able to rip 2 cards out your opponent's hand is pretty good. Also, 2-card combos or 2-card combos, the deck loses really heavily to hand traps. So when you don't have to lose to hand traps, why would you? Play 3 PK cards in the form of 1 Cloak, 2 Boots. I've seen people play 2 Cloak, 2 Boots. I feel like that's kind of unnecessary. I also don't play a Fog Blade. I mean, not Fog Blade. Break Sword in my extra deck. So I feel like 1 Cloak, 2 Boots is fine. It does what I need to do. It's all combo. And then the last 3 monsters in the lineup are 1 Greffer, 1 Destrudo, and 1 Army Knight. Pretty self-explanatory 1-ofs. They all pretty much do the same thing, combo extenders. Now onto my spells. I play 1 Orchestrated Babble and 1 Return. I don't think you need more than 1 of each. Babble's pretty broken, does a lot for the deck. In archetype, draw cards are always good. Next up, for the other 3 1-ofs, I play 1 Hornet Drone, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn. These I don't feel like need to be explained. Hornet Drone, like I said, the deck is nothing but 2-card combos. But if you have a card that's a 1-card combo, why not play it? Now, I don't play engages because I don't have them. But even without engage, I see the Hornet Drone probably way too often, so I'm fine with that. Last one of is Rhoda. Play something like 9 or 10 Warriors. So I got 1 card that searches a quarter of my deck. It's always pretty good, especially since every warrior in my deck is probably 2-card combo. So that's great. Last of the spells, 3 Call by the Grave. Like I said, the deck has a really hard time dealing with hand traps. So you gotta make sure that you can get your combos off, no problem. Onto the trap cards. Play 1 Brigadine and 2 Fogblade. I've seen people do 3 Fogblade, no Brigadine. I've seen people do Brigadine, 3 Fogblade. I feel like this is a pretty good ratio. I might take out the Brigadine now because there's no Azathoth play necessarily, so it's kind of, I wouldn't say pointless, but it just doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, it's still a dark monster on board, so like it's good for like combo extending and stuff, but I don't know, I just feel like I'd rather have 3 Fogblade than a Brigadine, so that's all. And then the last card in the deck is the Orchestrated Crescendo. Like I said, in-theme negations are always good. Cards are Rhoda. So it does a lot for the deck. Deck is really good now that we have it, because the deck really needed this. Like, the deck didn't have a way to negate big cards that, you know, that weren't like through Fogblade and stuff like that, but now that deck has a way to answer your opponent on their turn. So the deck is just really good. Like, you know, now you can play without having to shut down 1/3 of the game mechanic. Onto the extra deck. I play the 1 Rusty Bardiche. Let me get in there. There we go. Rusty's a great card. Without Summon Sork now, he's kind of like the bread and butter of the extra deck. We really need him. So yeah. I play 1 Kagari for the drones. Kagari does, like I said, it's 2-card combo deck, so Kagari makes 2-card combo, so why not play it? Next up, I play 2 Mermaid. I've seen a lot of people only playing 1, and I would only be playing 1. Like I said, I took this to locals this weekend, got 2nd place, and the 2nd Mermaid came up, so that was pretty awesome. I don't think without the 2nd Mermaid I would have won my top 4 match. So like I said, the deck's still under construction. I'm still testing. So I mean, 2 Mermaid might not be the thing going forward, but you know, like I said, it's still testing, still under construction. So that's why I'm playing 2. For the last 2 cards of the Nightmare Engine, Cerberus and Phoenix. I'm missing a unicorn. I have one on the way, but I didn't have it for this weekend. So this is literally the deck I played for the weekend. I'm showing you guys. We know why we play these cards. They're spot removal. They go into Mermaid. That's pretty much it. Next up, 3 Galatea. Now, I've seen people only playing 2. I think that's wrong. Galatea does a lot. It's probably the most easiest accessible card in the extra deck. So why wouldn't you maximize it? Especially since you're 9 out of 10 locking yourself into dark monsters anyway. Galatea just does a lot. Setting spell and trap, recycling your dark machines, factor sure by battle is pretty good. So yeah, I play 3. Maximize what I feel like is one of the best cards in the extra deck. Next up, I play 1 Longirsu. Spot removal. Once again, shuffles cards back. I feel like he's just a really good card. Not being able to be destroyed by card effects when linked is also really good. Orchestrion. Now, a lot of people don't play this card because they think it's bad. I disagree. Orchestrion, I feel like, is broken. It's easy to summon. On top of that, the fact that you can negate all linked monsters your opponent controls effects, and not only negate them, make them 0, is ridiculous. And like I said, he's so easy to summon. His arrows pretty much make it so he's always pointing to at least 2 cards your opponent controls. And like I said, he came up against twice this Saturday. Once against a Salad player, and the 2nd time against a Danger Thunder Dragon player. Literally shut down his entire board, and he couldn't play for the rest of his turn. And then I proceeded to kill him, because that's what the deck does. It stops your opponent from playing, and then no TKs. And then lastly, the last 2 cards I'm playing in the extra deck as of right now are 2 Dingirsu. I feel like this is fine. I feel like you shouldn't play more than 2. 2 pretty much gets the job done. The extra deck currently is at 13 cards. I'm missing the Nightmare Phoenix, which I already, Night Phoenix Unicorn, which I already talked about, and I'm missing a Borreload and a Boral Sword. Like I said, I'll definitely have a Boral Load before YCS Tennessee, because he's like $8. It's easy to come across, but I'm trying to find a sword so that way I can actually do what I need to do, and you know, if like I said, if I can stop my opponent and actually kill them. But like I said, this is the deck that I took to locals, 2nd place. I feel pretty proud of it. Like I said, I mean, for what it looks like now, it works pretty well. Like I said, I got the Dangers coming the way. I got the Unicorn on the way. So yeah, like I said, just want to show you guys what it looked like. Any feedback is much appreciated. Like I said, the deck's still under construction and testing stages, so I would love to hear what you guys have to say and how I can make the deck better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you liked what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, I'd love to hear from you guys and hear what you have to say. More content coming soon. So thank you. Lightning Star X out. Peace.